Hey everyone, we're on YouTube. This is Motivation Saturday. I'm going to get started in a few minutes. Just bear with me. Whoops. Okay, I think we can begin. Hold on. Okay, yep, we can begin. Hey everybody, welcome to Motivational Saturday. I'm sorry, I messed that up. What I meant to say was, welcome to a massive Motivational Saturday. So, what is the difference between massive Motivational Saturday and Motivational Saturday? Well, you all know what Motivational Saturday is. But I skipped the last two Motivational Saturdays because I was just so busy. So, we're going to have a longer one today. So, everybody, welcome to the massive Motivational Saturday. Sensei Joe in the house. Today is a milestone. It's not just another episode, it is a long episode. So, 9 weeks into 2026. Can you believe that? 9 weeks into 2026. A lot going on around the world. Sadly, the majority of the things going on around the world is not positive. It's not positive. It's very negative. thanks to like the U.S. empire and Israel, of course. But we're in 9 weeks, 9 weeks into 2026, 9 weeks of discipline right here in Thailand amongst the people and the people watching right now. 9 weeks of intention, 9 weeks of choosing growth over comfort. So if you're still here, still listening, still reflecting, still showing up, that means something inside you refuses to quit. And today we're bringing it all together. So this episode is about 3 forces that will shape your entire year. Okay, so before we begin, does anyone have any questions? Yes, I am live on both TikTok and YouTube. And I'm hoping to get some sponsors later. They help me, I help them. And that's what I believe. Okay, no questions? Cool. Okay, so embrace the grind. Now, a while back I talked about the grind. So choose progress over perfection. We've talked about perfection before. And rise and refocus. I'm always talking about focus. So this is the blueprint. Before we go any further, set everything down. That's right, set everything down. Unleash your jaw. So don't be like, just relax. Drop your shoulders. Let the noise fade. Breathe in slowly. Hold it and release. Again, inhale strength. Exhale resistance. It's hard for me to do this while talking to you, so just bear with me. Okay, this moment right here, this decision to be present, this is where transformation begins. So, let's really get started now. Part 1, embrace the grind. Let's start with something real. The grind. Not glamorous, not flashy, not Instagram perfect. By the way, I'm not a fan of Instagram because it's owned by Meta and they do censor people all the time, more than, anyone. The grind is the early mornings when no one is clapping. Okay? Sorry. The grind is the early mornings when no one is clapping or applauding you. The late nights when progress feels invisible. The repetition, continuous. The practice. The quiet effort nobody sees. Somewhere along the way, we were taught the grind is something to escape. But hear me clearly. The grind is not punishment. It's preparation. It's where discipline is sharpened, where patience is strengthened, where integrity takes root. Motivation fades. It does. We all know it. Some days we're motivated. Some days we're like, that's normal. Commitment, though, stays. And if you are committed to something, you can find motivation in that. You just got to look. And the grind is what remains when motivation walks out the door. So every meaningful life passes through it. Again, every meaningful life passes through it. Every powerful transformation requires it. So the real question isn't how do I avoid the grind? The real question is how do I honor it? Because ordinary days handled with consistency create extraordinary lives. The grind feels ordinary, and that's exactly why it works. So, when the grind feels heavy, we know at times the grind feels heavy. Let's be honest, some days are heavy. Whether it's your job, your education, just waking up, trying to get out of bed, dealing with a boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, child, uncle, aunt, cousin, sibling, family, friend, doesn't matter. Just so you know, some days you're tired. Some days progress feels invisible. Some days quitting feels easier than continuing. And it doesn't matter how great you are in your mind, how great you are at meditation, relaxing, and being positive. Sometimes you're going to feel like you just want to quit. You are not weak for feeling tired. You are human. Okay, it's normal. But fatigue is not a signal to stop. It's a signal to reconnect with your why. Rest when you must. Pause when necessary. But don't abandon, don't quit the path just because it demands something from you. Yeah, you might have to tweak it a bit, but don't abandon the path. The grind isn't trying to break you. It's trying to build you into someone unshakable. Okay, now, moving on. Part 2, progress over perfection. Okay, I just talked about the grind. Now, let's talk about something subtle. Something that quietly holds people back. Perfection. Yes, we all strive to be perfect. We all want to be perfect. Even when we say we don't want to be perfect, in our minds, we want to be perfect. It's normal. You know, it's human. Okay, before I continue, if you're watching me live on YouTube, please follow me if you are not following me yet. If you are watching me live on TikTok and you have not subscribed or followed me, please do so. Please send me the gifts and likes and all that because it does help me. I'm trying to build myself up to reach out to people, to motivate and inspire them. I love helping people. It's a big part of who I am. Okay, back to action. So perfection sounds responsible. It looks disciplined, but most of the time, it's fear in disguise. Yes, it doesn't matter who you are, how strong you are, both mentally or physically, you're going to experience some sort of fear in life. It's normal, it's human. Not that much. Perfection whispers. Not yet. You're not ready. As I said, perfection whispers, but not yet. You're not ready. Start anyway. What am I saying? Okay, perfection whispers. In your mind, you are hearing, not yet. I'm not ready. Progress says start anyway. Well, what am I trying to say here? Oh, yeah. You don't need the whole map. You don't need the whole thing. You need the next step. You don't need certainty. You need courage. You need to believe in yourself. Once you believe in yourself, that anything is possible. So messy action beats perfect inaction. Every single time. So if you decide to not take action, you're never going to find out anything, except that you don't have courage. A messy action is better than not taking action. So I do stress this all the time. It may not pertain to Thailand, but I say this about the American people. Because of your inactions, you're never going to overcome your problems. I recently saw on YouTube that an American has said that most American people are good slaves because they never take action when fighting for their rights. And you know what? That was like, whoa, that's an eye-opener there. Because they are perfect at not taking action, they have no courage. They won't even take messy actions. So, you know what? Yeah, maybe it's true. They are perfect slaves. But yes, messy actions beat perfect inactions. Progress is built in the willingness to show up imperfect. You show up imperfect, but you push yourself and you take action, whether it's messy or not. You're building yourself to learn, to adjust, to fail forward. So they say that if you take action but you're not successful, then you fail. No, that's not true. If you quit, then you fail. Let's say you take action but you don't succeed in getting what you wanted to get, or you take action but you don't succeed in your mission, but you don't quit, then you have not failed. You just got to replan. You got to regroup. You don't grow by thinking about growth. You grow by doing. So the power of starting before you feel ready. Starting while unsure is an act of faith. Starting before confidence arrives is an act of bravery. Because confidence is not the requirement, it's the reward. Each small win stacks upon each other. Each imperfect step proves I can do this. And belief compounds, perfection stalls, progress builds, perfection keeps you planning, progress keeps you moving, and movement changes everything. So never give up. Okay. Whew, that was a lot right there. Does anyone have any questions or anything to say? Yes, never give up. Always be strong. Now, I don't brag about myself. I hate bragging about myself. I hate talking about myself because I want to hear what others have to say about themselves. But there are times I do have to talk about myself a bit, and that's part of being motivating, part of inspiring, using your gifts, using your goals, using your achievements to help others. So, when I'm talking about like never giving up, well, here's the thing with me. When growing up, I was always told that I will never amount to anything in life. that I would always be a failure. I grew up with ADHD. That sucks, right? I was told that my biggest job in life would be pushing a broom. And that was coming from a counselor in elementary school. What a poor counselor that lady was. She shouldn't have even been a counselor. Anyway, bullies, teachers, politicians told me I would never amount to anything in life. But you know what? I never gave up. I won a small in-school taekwondo tournament back in 1997 or 1998. And you know what I did right from there? I skipped everything and went to a world championship. Whoa! Most people who go compete in a world taekwondo championship, they have years of tournament success under their belt. I only had one little in-school tournament under my belt, but I still went to the world championship. People said that I would never win it. What happened that year? I won the world championship in Taekwondo. The World Games. Surprised the hell out of everybody. Why? Because I never gave up. What happened after that? They had to regroup and come up with something else to say. They had to bully me more. And then they were like, well, you'll never become this or you'll never become that. You're a failure in life. And I'm like, I just won a world championship. Boo-hoo, who cares? Jealousy was building up in them. What happened? I got my black belt. I continued. More jealousy built up in them. I became a state champion, and that was after. No, wait. Oh yeah, I became a state champion after they told me that I wouldn't even become a state champion. I just kept building myself up. I kept working. I never gave up. Then I decided to join the U.S. Civil Air Patrol. They said, you won't succeed in that. I held more positions than anybody in the Civil Air Patrol in 1 year. I attained the rank of captain. At the time, I won more volunteer ribbons than anyone because I put myself in the shoes of a commander. Even though at the time I wasn't a squadron commander, but I still did things as if I was. I took care of my soldiers. I did everything I could. I succeeded. And then later on, I became a squadron commander of a new search and rescue squadron in the mountains of Wyoming. Then I became a federal law enforcement officer. I became a teacher, martial arts instructor. I won both Taekwondo and Karate championships. I got 2 advanced degrees, a master's in criminal justice, a master's in education, numerous black belts. I studied numerous martial arts styles. I'm an author, beekeeper, and all this. And I was told I'll never succeed in life. So, for all those bullies in America sitting on the couch, watching TV all day, eating nachos and drinking alcohol and going, and being failures in life, and told me that I would never succeed in life, guess what? I overcame you. I never gave up. So good luck with your life. Now, I'm sitting here trying to help other people, trying to help people succeed, be motivated. I overcame all these obstacles, and I know all of you can do the same. Now, I know there are some people in America right now who are watching this and they are mad at me. I don't care. I don't live in the land of false opportunity anymore. I live outside the U.S. where I can see everything happening. So, Thailand, I love you. The world, I love you. U.S., Israel, never, ever give up. There are people out there who suffered, who tried to succeed in life, and guess what they have? And they're helping people. And I am one of them. And I'm talking to you right now. Never give up. Don't let people put you down. I believe in you. Okay, let's move on. Part 3, rise and refocus. Hold on, I need a sip of my matcha. Love this stuff. 81 coffees. Maca pot. Good stuff. Yes, I'm drinking pure matcha right now. Some of you probably like, it tastes like grass. Yeah, it does taste like grass, but super healthy for you. It has some good caffeine in it, and when it wears off, the caffeine from it, you don't get tired. Unlike coffee, you'll get sleepy, but I love my coffee, so. Anyway, let's move on. Part 3, rise and refocus. Now, here's where it all comes together. Because even with grind, even with progress, life happens. Setbacks happen. Distractions happen. You lose momentum. You miss a day. You drop the routine. And in those moments, many people quit. I'm going to repeat this again later. Hey, man, how you doing? I hope you're doing good. I'm doing awesome. So, I did talk about a bit of myself earlier. I bragged about myself a little bit. I didn't like doing that, but I had to. And yes, I do want to hear your stories as well. So, yes, there has been setbacks in my life, and I know there's been setbacks in your life. Distractions. I have experienced a lot of distractions in life. And yes, I still do, and I know you do. You lose momentum. At times, we all lose momentum. I still do. You miss a day. So there are many reasons why you miss a day. I've missed a few days here too. You drop the routine. There are times when we drop the routine and we don't want to, but we have to. There are times when we drop the routine just because, the day sucks. Okay, it's normal. In those moments we do quit. We're human. We quit, but, sometimes we just got to build ourselves back up. But hear me clearly. Falling doesn't define you. Your response defines you. You are not behind. You are not starting over. You are not lost. You are starting wiser. Reinforcing requires release. And refocusing definitely requires release. So to refocus yourself on something, you're going to have to release yourself from the very things that are holding you back, those negative things in life. So the past is information, not a life sentence. So when you think about your past, don't think about it as it being a life sentence. Think about it as information. You can think like, okay, so here are the things that's happened to me in the past. Okay, maybe I shouldn't do it like that. Maybe I should keep that person away from me. It's all information that can help you succeed in the future. Like, for example, those bullies in my past who are pretty much failures, who do drugs and all that and hurt other people, I don't look at them as a life sentence. I look at them as information of how not to live my life. So you can learn from your past, but don't live by it. Then what do? You let go. So the power of rising again. There is a strength in getting back up. And we all have that strength. But sometimes we do need a helping hand. And that's normal. Every time you rise after a setback, you build resilience. Every time you refocus after distraction, you sharpen discipline. Refocus asks, what exactly matters right now? Not everything deserves your energy. Not every battle deserves your attention. Clarity is power. Okay, I will repeat that. Clarity is power. Okay, before I continue, YouTube, if you are watching and you have not subscribed, please do so. Every little help I can get from you will help me inspire and motivate others. For those here on TikTok, my favorite, I love TikTok. If you're not following me, please do so. Please send me gifts and likes and all that. That really helps. I need to build myself up to reach out to grab on to people, to motivate them, to inspire them. I want to be able to grab their hearts and hold it close to me so I can help them out. Okay, so as I said before, clarity is power. Now think about that. Clarity is power. One clear step is stronger than 1,000 scattered steps. Now, this is something similar to what Sun Tzu once said. Who's Sun Tzu? He's the author of the Art of War. If you've ever read the book, The Art of War, I'm telling you, you can learn a lot from that book. I've read like 3 different versions of The Art of War. The first one I read was the Ancient Ping Fa, the martial arts Art of War. I started reading that when I was working on my associate's degree in criminal justice. And I was highlighting every page in that book. Now, at the time, I didn't know I was highlighting every page because all the information in there was just so good. And after I was done reading that book, I went back to look at it and I was like, what the hell? I just highlighted the entire book. Every word, every sentence, every paragraph, every page. I learned a lot from that. And from there, I started reading other versions of The Art of War, which, Sun Tzu's was perfect. And what he said in his book was similar to what I just said. One step is stronger than 1,000 scattered ones. So one clear step is stronger than 1,000 scattered steps. Let me repeat myself. One clear step is stronger than 1,000 scattered steps. So one clear step is stronger than 1,000 messy steps, or 1,000 broken steps. Rise. Rise. refocus, recommit. Recommit to yourself, recommit to your friends, recommit to your family, recommit to your goals. Quietly, powerfully, and without drama. We all hate drama. We all are experiencing drama almost every day, and it sucks. You just got to try to get away from it. And sometimes you cannot get away from it. You just have to go with the flow. But try your best to overcome it. So the identity shifts. The identity shift. Here's the deeper truth most people miss. And yes, we all miss something in life. Hey, it's human. The grind shapes your habits. Progress shapes your confidence. And refocus shapes your resilience. But together, they shape your identity. Again, the grind shapes your habits. Progress shapes your confidence. Refocus shapes your resilience. But together, they shape your identity. We all want to focus on our identity. We all want to be who we are. We don't want to be what someone else wants us to be. We want to be who we are. We want to be the best version of ourselves. And every day we want to be better than we were yesterday. And hey, on TikTok, if you're not following me, please do so. I need to up my goal to 500 people. I need 500 followers. Please. I hate asking this, but please. YouTube, please subscribe. Cup Kun Cup. So, you need to shape your identity by focusing on these three things. The grind shapes your habits. Progress shapes your confidence. And refocus shapes your resilience. Together, they shape your identity. Focus on these three and shape your own identity. But remember, you are who you are. Try to be the best, the most positive person, the most positive version of yourself every day. Every time you show up when it's inconvenient, you become someone you can trust. Trusting yourself is more important than others trusting you. In order for others to trust you, you got to trust yourself first. Every time you take imperfect action, you reinforce belief. Every time you rise after falling, you prove your strength. You rise to the level of your habits. And habits are forged in the grind, strengthened by progress, and protected by refocus. Okay, I will say that again. Habits are forged in the grind, strengthened by progress, and protected by refocus. So, a lesson in steady leadership. As we talk about resilience and steady growth, I want to honor someone whose life embodied these principles. Okay, again, as we talk about resilience and steady growth, I want to honor someone whose life embodied these principles. Who embodied these principles? Well, I'll tell you, that person came from the land of smiles, from Thailand. And that is none other than King Rama IX. King Rama IX, he knew a lot about resilience and steady growth. Through decades of service, he demonstrated something powerful. True strength is steady. Leadership is not loud, it is consistent. Progress does not require spectacle. It requires patience. He faced national challenges, political shifts, global change, yet remained grounded in humility and service. That right there is the grind. That is progress. Let the example remind you. Let that example remind you. Your growth is not just about you. It's about who benefits from the person you're becoming. So what he did, that is rising and refocusing again and again in service of something greater. So let's talk about bringing it all together. So here is your blueprint moving forward. Wow, I'm a bit sleepy. When you work, when the work feels repetitive, embrace the grind. When fear says wait until perfect, choose progress. When you stumble or lose focus, rise and refocus over and over again. That's the formula. Not hype, not overnight success, not flawless execution, steady effort, and perfect movement, resilient comebacks. That is how unstoppable people are built. But most people don't realize that. Okay, before I continue, are there any questions? Come on, shoot me questions. Say something. Talk to me, everybody. Anyone here on TikTok? Anyone here on YouTube? Before I continue, please tell me a little bit about yourself. Tell me something about yourself. I want to hear from you. Anybody? Okay. So, the final moment. Take one more breath. Inhale resilience. Exhale that doubt. The grind is not stealing your joy. It's preparing you for it. Perfection is not protecting you. It's delaying you. Setbacks are not ending you. They are educating you. One day you will look back and realize the hard mornings strengthened you. The messy beginnings grew you. The comebacks defined you. Stand tall in the work, including your workplace. Stand tall in the workplace. Stand tall in your education. Stand tall in your goals, your success. Move forward imperfectly. Rise every time you fall. Keep going. Trust the process. Remember to keep smiling, keep laughing, and keep believing yourself, because I believe in you. And I'll see you all next week for Motivational Saturday. I will try not to skip again. Feel free to shoot me comments and all that. Let's talk. Okay? I will see you all next week for Motivational Saturday. Sometimes I'm going to be going live before Motivational Saturday just to hang out. So, keep an eye out. I will see you all later.